Welcome to the energy update for the week of the 4th of March, because we are officially in March season. And so while this month is going to be a lot faster moving from the last couple of months, it's going to be more like clarifying. And that's the important part here. It feels like we're going through a very muggy time in the past, leading up to more and more clarity. And so with that, the energy update for this specific week is choose to listen in. And here it's emphasizing it's a choice to be connected to our own inner knowing and to be connected to what the signs are and the messages are. And so it's choose to listen in, because it's at this time that we are becoming more and more clear on what our next right actions are going to be. And when we talk about right actions, we talk about the actions which are aligned with us and with our soul's path and where we are going. And so these actions are going to be the ones that are going to take us towards what really fills our heart and our souls in our everyday life and everyday moments, and what feel like our soul's calling. And so it is in this that we are meant to be asking ourselves for clarity. So we ask for clarity and to be revealed what is coming next, what is the next right action. And they've said, watch as this is going to be revealed to you. But the important thing here is to ask. So ask and you shall receive is always the message. And it's here, when you ask for what clarity you are looking for, watch, because it will be revealed to you. And it's very much about recognizing that and being in that expression. And it's saying it's not going to be revealed all in one go, but in the little steps that are going to take you closer to who you are becoming and how you're going to be in this life. It's like on how you will prepare within yourself and prepare yourself for the transformation, because it is in each small action that the transformation is being manifested, and each small action is the manifestation. And this is just such a powerful way to think about it. And basically, if we can break this down a little bit more, it's like more and more clearly we're going to see what next actions to take that are going to take us closer to where we want to go in our lives. And they're saying that we're not going to know, or, oh, this is the big picture. We're not going to know the big picture. We're just going to know the small moments. And it's about being in the small moments that add up to that bigger picture. And so we're not going to necessarily know the big one, but just the small ones. And it's in the very small actions that you might not even recognize that the transformation is happening, is manifesting. And this is important to know, because we think that we have to do these really big action and that's going to take us to where we need to go, but it's actually not. It's in the really small micro moments. And so if we can think into this, for example, like maybe rest or sleep or play or adventure is something that's going to be take you closer towards that big action. And if I can think about it, like, to give you a good example of this, I remember like just around the time of my dark night of the soul, I remember asking like, why, like, what should I do, like, what's wrong? And I got do yoga. And at the time I wasn't doing yoga. I mean, I'd done it before here and there, and it was in the action of saying, okay, I should do some yoga today, that then led to me, okay, this is something that's really working for me. I need to continue doing yoga. And that ended up being something that really transformed my presence, my potential, my connection to myself and to everything else as well. And it was in that forging of that connection that led me to realizing, okay, I need to teach yoga. And now I've just done my yoga certification. You understand? And so I couldn't think ever one day, oh, I'm going to be a yoga teacher. No, it wasn't. It was, I need to do yoga today. Today, that's what I need. And then that led to me going, you know what? I have to do this a little bit more consistently because I feel really good. And when I wake up in the morning, yoga feels good. And it was that continuum that led maybe like, we're talking 3 years ago now, almost 4 years ago. 4 years ago in like a couple of months, really, that led to me walking on the path of just doing yoga for myself every day and then transforming how I felt, and now to teaching it. You see what I mean? And so this is for you. It's a reminder that each small action that we take is part of transforming us into who we need to be to hold the capacity for what is coming. Like, I couldn't be a yoga teacher if I never practiced yoga ever. No, I had to like practice it consistently every day for a long period of time to be transformed into someone who can even hold space for that, right? To be embodied in the practice. And that's the idea. And we really want to hold into that. They're also saying, like, don't forget that it's in those small moments when they say for each small action is the manifestation. It's drawing us into presence, remembering that each present moment, we are living something that we once wished we had. We once wish we had manifested. And so this is an important reminder to be in the present moment and to remember that it's in the small actions that is the manifestation, that is what we are calling upon. That's what we've always wanted. You might not even realize, and it's really about being present with that and realizing it's not like the big overarching thing that we're striving towards, but it's how we live in our everyday lives and how we can feel appreciative and like connected to and grateful for those small moments. Because if you don't, and you're always looking for the bigger picture, the big manifestation that you're working towards, you're actually never going to be fully satisfied because you're always chasing the big manifestation. And the fruits of the labor are enjoyed in the process, not in the end goal. And I'm pretty certain, I can tell you this, that if you are not enjoying your everyday life in the here and now, you will not be in enjoyment for when that big manifestation comes through. Because you won't have the capacity to feel the enjoyment, to feel the embodiment of it in your being. And that's really important. And so what's coming to mind here is like having the capacity to embody and to feel all the joy in our everyday lives, regardless of what it is we're doing. And that is when we are able to have the physical capacity, the emotional capacity to appreciate when the big thing comes. Because when the big thing comes and we've been numb to the everyday moments, you're going to be numb to the effects of that big thing. And I've seen that happen loads of times because they're not present. And so this is an invitation to follow like the small little actions that are guiding us towards like the version of ourselves that are going to hold it. It's guiding us towards that bigger vision. But it's also about being very, very present in the here and now, because the here and now is when we experience everything. We can't experience anything from the past or from the future in the same way that we can experience it right now. And right now, you are the living manifestation of everything you once dreamed of. And that is super important. You are the living manifestation right now of something you used to dream of. That is so powerful. And I want you to feel that in your being. And I want you to even like write it down and post it. That's the vibe I'm getting. Write it on a post-it, put it on your computer screen, put it on wherever you're watching this. I am the living manifestation of something I once manifested, once longed for. And in that, they're just saying like, open your eyes and dare to see, because it is revealed to you. It is being revealed to you at this time. And all you have to do is tune in and listen. And what's coming to mind here is like, we are becoming more and more connected and embodied with our own intuition and in a way like our spiritual gifts. And so this is really like proving that. It's just saying like, we really are connected at this time. And so if you ask for a sign, you will see it. You will have that communication coming in a way that you can understand it. But that can only be done when we can sit within ourselves to recognize the signs. So the way that we can do this is to really tune into the heart, because our heart has the answers. So they're really guiding us to connect with our hearts every day and allow that to guide us. And so, as you know, like in February, there was a lot of heart activation. You see me talking a lot in these energy updates and in the journal prompts around tuning into your heart. The energy still feels really prevalent here because we're going through a heart activation. So the more and more we can connect within the heart and with our own heart or heart chakra, the more that we're going to be able to be guided from that place, because the heart is the window of the soul. And so it holds a lot of the energy and the essence of our soul that's trying to work through us. And so the more that we can tune into this space, the more that we're going to feel alive and embodied in our action and where we are going and moving. If you like struggle to listen to intuition and hear the signs, tune into your heart space, because this can be the reflection of that. So in any way that feels good, remember to tune in. And we can do this. And they're just saying, remember that you truly know. To please trust your own deep inner knowings. And watch as your body and as your energy responds to the like right actions that you're being guided to do. And this is really about sitting in deep self-trust, because when we can be certain within ourselves, we can be in trust, we can be in connection to our hearts, we can sit in this space where we trust the inner knowing that's coming up. And I know that might be a little bit disconcerting for some people who don't have that deep inner knowing, and that's absolutely okay. It takes a long time to sit in that, because especially as women, we're being told to not trust our intuition, to not trust ourselves. So there's a lot of like clouded judgment around our own inner knowing, but they're just confirming that you know. And please remember that. Please remember that in any way that you need to sit in your own trust and your own idea and intuition about what's going on, sit in it as much as you can, because you do know. And if you can watch how your body, how your energy, you know, like we can think about when we feel anxious, what happens? You feel like your stomach closing in. So what is the response to your stomach? What's the response from your heartbeat? Like, do your palms get sweaty? Like, is there excitement? Is there anxiousness? Because that body, that energy, like your energy body, right, and your physical body are going to respond to the right actions, and you're going to know whether it's called to you or not. And so when we can be in connection to that in our own inner knowing, and when we can allow the heart to guide us, there's going to be a lot more clarity. But it's about fine-tuning those practices so that we can like understand them a little bit more. And that's okay. We don't need to know everything. And that's why the journaling prompts are so good for helping us to embody this energy, because the energy of the journaling prompts is like getting away from your mind. It's like, how can I dump it out on a page and just trust that what I've written down is my truth right now? And it is what's guiding me, and it is the guidance coming through me, because that's why we journal. So we can get out of our own minds and just filter through anything that needs to come. And in doing that practice, that's going to really help you to embody that energy. And the final little recommendation that they've said is call upon the signs to be shown to you, and so they shall be. Be in the celebration of what does come through. AKA, with the signs that come through, celebrate them, because it is in the recognition and the acknowledgement of the signs that they will continue to be brought through to you, right? You'll be able to like continue to sit with them. And this is the same thing as when I mentioned about how each small action is the manifestation. In each small moment that we are able to hold the capacity of our emotions and celebrate and be in enjoyment for our everyday moments, the more capacity and ability we're going to have to celebrate and feel when the big manifestation comes through. And this is the same. They're saying to celebrate the signs when they do come through, because they will come through. And if we can celebrate them and hold the emotion to them, you're going to acknowledge them. And in that acknowledgement, they're going to continue to flood in. But they're saying, remember to ask for a sign. Remember that you are guided, and remember to have that communication that's open and saying, show me my next right action. Show me what I should do. What feels good to me right now? And it's in that energy of calling forth the guidance that the guidance will come through for you. And you have to kind of think, it's like the guides want to support you, but we do have free will and they can't always interfere. And so the more that we can sit in the energy of show me, or I ask, or what, that's when the guidance can come through. And it was doing that, what shall I do? What? That is when the guidance came through for me to do yoga. And now here I am 4 years later. And so it's about trusting that and going through it. And I just have faith that this is going to be a really good time for you, because you're going to start to have clarity and you're going to be able to work towards where you truly want to be and be the manifestation and the embodiment of it. So celebrate yourself, celebrate the signs, tune into your heart space and trust yourself, because you know far more than you give yourself credit for. So have a beautiful week, and I'll see you so soon.